After learning about the relative atomic mass, we'll see now the relative formula mass, RFM or MR. You can measure the masses of compounds on the same carbon-12 scale that we've used before. For example, it turns out that a water molecule, H2O, has a mass of 18 on the carbon-12 scale. When you're talking about compounds, you use the term relative formula mass, RFM. So when we're talking about compounds, we don't talk about the relative atomic mass. No, we talk about the relative formula mass. So relative formula mass is sometimes called the relative molecular mass, RMM, and it's given the symbol MR. Now, similar to how we used to calculate the relative atomic mass of one atom, for example here, we first calculate the total mass, then the average mass of one atom, which is the relative atomic mass, to obtain the relative atomic mass of the element we have. Now we will calculate the relative formula mass of magnesium carbonate. How? Let's see together. So we have magnesium carbonate, and we're given the relative atomic mass of each element. Carbon equals to 12, oxygen equals to 16, and magnesium equals to 24. So the relative atomic mass is always given, so don't worry, but pay attention now on how to calculate the relative formula mass of magnesium carbonate. As you can see here, magnesium has no number below it, so we write Mg1, one atom of magnesium. Also, carbon has no number below it, so one carbon atom. However, there's a 3 below oxygen, so 3 oxygen atoms. So to obtain the relative formula mass, we will multiply the number of each atom, which is the subscript, with the relative atomic mass of this element and add them up all together. Meaning, magnesium has a relative atomic mass of 24. So we'll multiply 1 by 24. Plus, carbon has a relative atomic mass of 12. So 1 times 12. Plus, oxygen has a relative atomic mass of 16. So 16 times 3. 3 is the number of atoms of oxygen, multiplied by 16, which is the relative atomic mass of oxygen. So 1 times 24, which is for magnesium, plus 1 times 12, which is for carbon, plus 3 times 16, which is for oxygen, equals 84. So 84 is the relative formula mass. So this is how to obtain the relative formula mass of magnesium carbonate by multiplying the number of each atom with its given relative atomic mass and then adding them up together.